Hey everyone, it's Gary here from Echidna Sewing, and I'm excited because today is the day we have just received the brand new Luminaire XP2. And after 40 years in this industry, I'm always excited when a new machine arrives. So we're going to go through and show you how to unbox this baby and what to do and what not to do. So here we are, folks. We're about to unbox the Brother Luminaire XP2. This is the latest model from Brother. And I'm going to go through the right process, the correct process, things to do, things not to do. And that'll make it a little bit easier because I know so many of you get your new machines home and you're too scared to open the box sometimes. Don't want that, right? We want you getting in and having some fun. So what will you need to unbox a machine like this? They're quite large, the box, as you can see. So you want a good open workspace. You also want a good solid table that once you put your machine on, that it's going to be secure and solid to hold the weight of the machine. I also recommend have a little Stanley knife or a pair of scissors, something to cut the tape. And for me, always have a water bottle because you're going to be so excited opening this new machine, you might need rehydrating. So water bottle's handy. Okay, so let's go to it. The machines will always arrive with the sealed in a box like this. The Brother package their machines exceptionally well, and they travel all around the world like this, so you'll have no issues with it getting to you all safe and sound. Correct way to do this is just cut the tape on each end, and I'm just going to reach over there, and now just gently cut the tape all the way down the center, and in this case, there we go, that opens out like so. Now the way this works is there's actually 3 cartons in this big outer box. So I'm going to fold that down. The little tip I've always found, I usually start with the embroidery unit and I take this box out first. So that is the embroidery unit for the machine. And if I lift that right out, this is not too heavy, so it's not a difficult one to do, but you can see it's quite a large box. Now my little tip is I actually unbox this first. So I'm just going to put that on the ground, and the reason I do this is I then close this back up just momentarily, and I put the embroidery unit box on top of the machine box, and you'll see why in a moment, because we've got 2 pieces of foam that have to come out of here to get the embroidery unit out. Most of you probably won't have room on your workbench to do this, so use the machine box as your platform to take the embroidery unit out. So open that up, and then just gently, there's a little handle under here. If you put this up the correct way, there's a handle under there and you can simply pull the foam out. It's nice and easy. And I'm just going to take that all the way, almost all the way. There we go. Now on the top of the box will be your hoops. 3 of the hoops. So that's the largest hoop, the big 408 by 272, I think. I'm just going to pop that out the way over there for a moment. We've also got the 5x7 or the 130 by 180 hoop and the 100 by 100 hoop. And there's another hoop in the other box, which we'll get to very soon. So once we've got that out, we can then just lift the foam, move that out the way for a moment. Everything is always packaged very well. There's a little sample of stabilizers and a spool of bobbin fill there, so we'll just grab that out, put that out the way. Now always treat your embroidery unit with care. Pick it up. Oops, that's going to fall in a moment, so we'll just pull that back to there. Pick that up gently and slide the plastic off the unit. And I've got to find the end of it. Where is it? There it is, down this end. And it's a good idea to keep all the packaging if you can. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. And there's the embroidery unit. So I'm just going to pop that on the table over here, and I'm not going to put it where the machine's about to sit because I want to be able to put the machine right there when I open that up. Fold up that plastic and keep that in the foam box. Pop the foam back on top, and then if you've done what I said to do, you can then just simply push that foam back in. And these little flaps on the side do get in the way a little bit sometimes. And there you go. Fold that up, pop that back down there for a moment. This goes down, that bit pops back in there. Now a little tip, if you keep this box in good order and you do need to travel, go to a class or something, you can always pack your embroidery unit back into the foam and reuse that box. But we'll leave that there. In fact, I'm just going to move that right out of the way for a minute while we do the next part. So, next step, let's open the box up again. The second part of the equation is this box here, and this is the accessory box. That's where everything else is that you'll need for your machine. You'll also notice there'll be a little yellow label there. It's saying that there are accessories in this piece of foam here, and we'll get back to them in a few moments. So what I'm going to do is going to unbox this part right now, actually. So we just sit that up on top. I always take it out of the box because it's easy to work on the top of the machine as a platform. And well, you'll notice I didn't put my flats over. It doesn't matter. We'll come back to that. Just cut that there and there. And this will now open out. And that's got all the different accessories in there. So I'll just hold them up. I'm going to put them out of the way for a moment, but I'll take them out and tell you what they are as we do this. First of all, the scanning mat, because the Luminaire has the amazing scanning capability, the My Design Center and the scanning options. So I'm just going to put that over with the other hoops for a moment. Now there's a bit of tape on. No, there's not. That just pops up. Obviously a power cord, pardon me. Pop that over there. What have we got there? That's the straight stitch needle plate, so we'll pop that over yonder. The knee lift lever, which is pretty handy. It's like Christmas, you've got all these wonderful toys in there to play with. The Move It foot, which is exclusive to Brother. That's the digital Move It foot, which is the amazing dual feed system. The twin needle spool pin holder or spool holder. All the different caps and spool caps and etc. for the machine. And that's the amazing new buttonhole foot that comes with the machine. Then there's this wonderful big accessory box loaded with accessories. I might take that out of the plastic right now. In fact, you can take all these things out of the plastic as you go if you like. It's probably easier. I should have done that. This is the stylus pen, the unique dual purpose stylus pen that comes with the machine. And then in here you've got a quick start guide, plus all your stickers and snowman stickers and the new snowball stickers, I think they're calling them. And this is the couching foot, I think, or the attachment for couching, etc. So we'll pop that over there. That's now empty, so I can pop this back in here. Again, if you were taking all the plastic off the machine, off the different accessories, you pop it all back in here and keep it nice and neat and tidy. I haven't done that yet, it doesn't matter for me at the moment. So we just pop this back over now and put that back in there. And I'm just going to cast that aside for a few more moments. Now we open up to the next part of the machine. The machine is sitting in the box down here. Now, this is probably the hardest bit for people. And if you don't feel you've got the capacity or the strength to lift a machine that weighs about 23, 25 kilograms, I do suggest you get someone to assist you with this part. Not a big issue for me, I can lift it, but if you don't feel comfortable, do get someone to help you and lift the correct way. I don't take this box out, the final box out of the main box because there's no need to. So here we are with the final box in the main carton, and this has got the machine in it. Now all you have to do is just cut the little bit of tape there like that. Peel that back. You'll notice I haven't taken that away yet, but that's all right, we'll get to that in a minute. And when this opens out, you'll see that there's foam sitting in there. Now underneath that is the machine. So these two pieces of foam will come straight up. And to lift those, there's little handles. You can just see under there, you can get your hand in under there. Just gently lift them up. Now do note that there are accessories in the foam. So if I just sit that there for a moment, you've got the accessory tray that goes over the free arm of the machine. And I'm just going to take that out right here. So I'm just going to cut across there, peel that back, and I can remove that bit. So I'll just pop that over here. And the foot control is just in this section here. So being careful with my knife. Please do be careful if you're using a Stanley knife. It's very easy to cut yourself. That's the foot control. Pop that over there. Nothing else in that side, and there is nothing on the other side. So we're just going to move that. I'm going to position that just there for a moment. And there it is, the Luminaire XP2. So, take the plastic bits away for a minute. You'll see it is covered in quite a lot of plastic. Now, you can get your hand through to the handle just there. The plastic has got a slot in it. You will need to lift it out before you take the rest of the plastic off. This is where I do suggest if you're not feeling strong enough, do get someone else to help you. There's no absolute right way to do this, but do remember that lifting any heavy weight, you've got to be mindful of your back. So try not to lift with your back, try to lift with knees or any other way that you feel comfortable doing it. And it is just a matter of lifting that and placing it on the bench. I've got a knife just there. And there we go. I'm just going to move that box back a little bit so that it can come down. All we need to do then is remove the plastic. Just gently lift that. And just gently take the plastic off. It will be sitting underneath the machine like so. There you go. So that bit's off. I always put that back in the box. I'll take that other bit of plastic that was on top, put that back in the box. Now what you see here is all the protective coatings on the machine. So right now I'm going to put the box back together. Now that we've got everything out that we need, I'm going to put everything back. I'm going to take the 2 pieces of foam. Oh, there's one more thing, almost forgot. And that's why they put the yellow label on there. We have had many people have thrown their box out and not removed this piece of packaging over the years. And I just come around there. What sometimes happens, the little grab handles on the side get stuck in and they prevent you from lifting that foam out. So just put your hand down here and push those grab handles back out. And now the foam will lift up nice and easily. And lo and behold, there is yet another hoop. So we'll just undo those bits of tape there. You can then open that out. Always close your knife when you're not using it. Don't do what I just did. Oops, there's a bit more tape there. I can now safely and easily remove that lovely big 278 by 278 or 10 and something inches. 272, 10 and 5/8 inches by 10 and 5/8 inches. That's lovely, 272 by 272. I'm then going to put this back in. I don't want to throw this foam out. Remember, you want to keep all the packaging because if by chance you ever have to return the machine or you might move to a new location and you want to ship it, it's always good to have the original packaging. So once we've got the machine out on the bench, all we need to do is put the box back together now. And I'm going to take my foam and put it back in here. I've already put my plastic back in there. That keeps the machine nice and protected. And we just... one other thing though, folks, I'll take this bit of plastic or the soft cover off the top first because I like to keep that in the box as well. So all we do is we just get the blue tape that you'll see all over the place. We'll peel that off there. Take that away, bit of blue tape there. Now this is a special blue tape that doesn't damage the machine. And we can just take that off there. And I'm just going to fold that up. If ever you have to pack it up, it's a good idea to put that back on the top. Right, so we've got that. I'm now going to pop the foam back in the box. It'll just go down nice and neatly. And then we can just close those flaps up. And that is now packaged back nicely. I don't need the embroidery unit box anymore, so I'll put that back first. So that just pops back in there. Now, if you didn't have space to keep this large box, but you were okay keeping the smaller boxes in isolation, then that's fine too. But I do encourage you to keep boxes if you can. I've still got all my plastic to take off the accessories, so I'm just going to sit this in the top and I can pop all that plastic back in there when I'm done. But right now, I just want to move this right out the way so we can show you what the next step on the machine is. we go, folks. Machine's on the bench. We've got all the accessories laid out here. Hopefully you'll have as much space to work with as I have here, but space is what you really want. So if you haven't got a big enough workspace, move house, get a bigger room. I don't know, do something, but give yourself space. Space is great. You'll notice when you take the machines out, there's all these little bits of blue plastic, as we mentioned before. So all you need to do is just gently peel all these pieces off. They will come off without damaging anything. Now, looking at this lovely looking elegant machine, it's a little bit different to the Luminaire one, and only in colours really, but it's the same size and scale as Luminaire 1. Now, of course, if you own Luminaire 1, there's an upgrade available, so and you can get the same Luminaire 2 specs, and that's all available on our website. So I'm just going to peel some of these away. You really just got to work through the machine. Once we peel those two on the side there, that will lift up, and I can peel off those two. That's all there is up there. And there's one that goes down and around under the needle threader. You don't need to keep this blue tape because it's pretty hard to store anyway. Now, one thing I did forget to do when I unboxed the machine is there is a safety piece of foam underneath the presser foot, and you do need to remove that. So you can just lift the presser foot with the manual lifter on the back, take that out, and I will put that back in my box because that's good when you're transporting your machine to put under the presser foot. A little bit more foam tape here, so I'll just peel that one all the way back, take that off, and of course there is this one here, just holding that lovely sticker there. I'm going to leave that there for a while. It's got some information on it. Take that away, and there we go. So I'm just going to dislodge that over there for a moment. So, one more piece of tape on the back. There we have it. So make sure you go through and get all those off. Really important to get the one off that was under the needle bar mechanism, because if you turn the machine on while that's there, it won't hurt anything, but it's a bit of a problem sometimes. Now, the embroidery unit has a couple of bits of tape, or at least one piece of tape, and that just peels off. That piece of cardboard comes off. Get that over there, and we'll go through the rest of the accessories in a moment. But the first thing I'm going to do is connect the embroidery unit. Now, these machines, of course, you can use, when it's in embroidery mode with the embroidery unit connected, you can also just convert to sewing mode. So you can leave it connected all the time if you wish. Most important thing is, you note I haven't turned it on yet. When you're connecting the embroidery unit, make sure the machine is not switched on. And that also applies when you're disconnecting the embroidery unit. Make sure you switch the machine off first. That's very important. So let's pop that unit on. It just simply slides over the free arm and just slide it in until it actually clicks into place. Nice and easy. The machine is now connected. I'm not going to be sewing in this video, but I am going to just mention and show you all the different accessories that have come with the machine and a few other little interesting things. Right now it has the standard J foot on, which is the sewing foot. That's how it comes out of the box. Do not try and embroider with that foot. If you're new to embroidery, that's not the right foot. You do need to put the correct W foot on. Pretty sure it's the W foot. I'm going to switch the machine on because we can. I've already unraveled the power cord that came with it and I've plugged it into the wall. We do recommend using a surge protection device on high-end electronic machines, and of course we have a load of those on our website, but a good quality surge protection device will protect the valuable electronics on these machines. So let's just pop that into the side there. It's now connected, and I can switch the machine on and turn on. This is probably one of the most exciting parts, guys, is turning the machine on and seeing that lovely screen come to life. And just takes a moment or two. Once you get the little screensaver on the machine, you can just touch the machine with your finger if you like. It's okay to use your finger. There is also a very special stylus that comes with the machine. And it will ask you to go through and set your language and time and date and all those sorts of things. I'm not going to do that right now. We don't need to. It's a very simple process, and it will make perfect sense for you. So that machine is all set. I'm just going to click OK for now, and I'm going to click OK. I can go back and set all this later if I wish. It's no big drama at all. So there's our lovely machine screen setting itself up, and that's all there is to getting the machine turned on with the embroidery unit attached. Obviously we'd need to change the foot over, but I'm not going to worry about that just at the moment. So I'm just going to go through the other things that come with the machine that you've just taken out of the box. Firstly, the attachment that covers the free arm. So it's your accessory attachment. Again, there is some blue plastic on there. You just need to take that off. And this is a really accommodating attachment for holding all your accessories. And when the embroidery unit isn't in play, it simply slides off and this slides on. So that's nice and easy. One of my favorite things is the twin needle spool stand. So we just simply unlatch that. And I will quickly show you how this goes on because we do get asked about this all the time. You simply pop the lid back, pull this up, pull this around, slide it up, pull these up, and you've got the most amazing twin needle spool stand that just sits in there beautifully and takes the bigger spools of embroidery thread particularly, and of course big sewing spools, etc. Fantastic feature. That's included in the box. So the other things that were in here, the other big one we want to talk about just quickly is the fantastic accessory box that comes with it. And again, we've got blue plastic on there, so we peel that away, and this one is just a little latch there, opens out, and it's like a treasure trove of accessories. Move that bit of foam, and all these little trays come out, and then you can fit a lot of your other accessories that came with the machine in underneath here as well. Spare bobbin cases, your stylus pen goes in there, loads of features, loads of accessories. I could spend probably another hour just going through all these things. We don't need to on this video. We'll do that in a more detailed sense when we show you what they actually will do. But today was all about just showing you how to unbox the machine and what you should have ended up with. And Brother machines are very, very, very rare to open a Brother machine that's missing anything. In fact, I don't think I've ever done that, to be honest. They're just so well quality controlled, to be honest. It's amazing. But look, that's it, folks. That's how you open the XP2. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these on the way or about to, congratulations. The most amazing home sewing technology that has ever come to market. If you've got an XP1, remember, there's an upgrade available and it'll get you up to all these specs as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and happy embroidering, well, happy sewing as well. Cheers.